So welcome back to Rayquaza 1 Smallville DVD Review Season 9. As usual, you get the booklet. This one has Clark on it, and it lists all the episodes. Tess Mercer's in this season once again, and the same cast. General Zod, however, is Callum Blue. I mean Zod, not General Zod. Disc 1 has Clark's face on it. Disc 2 has Allison Mack. Disc 3 has Lois Lane on it. Disc 4 has Tess Mercer on it. Disc 5 has Zod on it. And Disc 6 has Oliver on it. So, now that I've shown the features of the DVD, I'm going to put the DVD in and start the review of the actual DVD. Alright. Now, Season 9 is actually even better than Season 8. Alright, on to the episodes. The features, deleted scenes, I don't need to show that again. Savior Metallic. This is the first episode. So, it starts with a recap of the previous season. Clark Kent working at the Daily Planet. And the recap about the blur. And then they show a recap from when Tess was introduced. So it's
we don't want to admit your true identity, that's fine. But we both know that Davis Bloom isn't a man, he's a beast. Let's do that or we're going to from that thing. There's life inside it that can't be released until the traveler's killed the beast. Use the ring. Send Doomsday to the future.
Now, 3 weeks later, oh, I forgot to mention, Season 8, Lois, and in Season 8, the final episode, Lois was fighting Tess Mercer in the Daily Planet and touched the Legion ring and put it on, and she went 3 weeks into the future.
Henry James Olsen, rest in peace.
And you wanted to know that no matter where I was in the city, I could look up here and see the city, the West.
I'm the reason Jimmy's dead.
What are you saying?
Goodbye, Clark. Clark Kent is dead. And now, the season premiere of Smallville.
Now, 3 weeks later, and Chloe's got Watchtower, the gift Jimmy gave her, fully operational.
My cousin has been missing for 3 weeks.
Lois appears on a train and fights a ninja, Lois. And the blur puts his symbol on the wall. General Zod talks to his Kandorians, and Tess wakes up in what appears to be a prison version of the Luthor Mansion. Very good season finale. I mean, not finale, season starter. Good start to the season. 5.0 out of 5.0. Metallo gets hurt, and his heart is replaced with green kryptonite. He rages in the ER, and Lois and Clark finds out that Lois was talking to the blur, but he knew that already. That's a great episode, too. Rabid. In this episode, one of Zod's minions unleashes a zombie virus on Metropolis. And the antidote for Clark is given to him, but Lois turns into a zombie. So Clark saves Lois by, and at the end of the episode, Chloe and Dr. Emil put this gas which will cure all the people who are were turned into zombies, and it starts to rain, and then that gas mixed with precipitation cures everyone. Zod kills the minion of his, Echo. Toyman returns in this episode, and in the episode Echo, Clark finds a temporary ability to read minds, and he asks Lois out. Oliver is targeted by Winslow, who almost kills him. Great episode, 5.0. Kidding. Alright, Disc 2, episodes 5 through 8. Alright, so let's recap on what's happened so far. Clark Kent left Metropolis for 3 weeks. Lois appeared 3 weeks later, and on a train, fighting a ninja Lois. And she tells Clark that she's been talking to the Blur. A zombie virus was put in Metropolis. So, Oliver changed and hung up his Green Arrow outfit. Alright, episode 5, Game On. Oliver is literally put on a life or death, buried in a life or death game for him to, get back to being the Green Arrow. He loses all his money, and he helps save that girl. He returns, but Chloe tells him that she had to do something drastic, because Oliver was drinking, he was being a jerk. So 5.0 out of 5.0 for that episode, because it's so good. Oliver's return. Crossfire. Alright. Lois and Clark are asked to be on a talk show. Oliver helps this girl. And because she doesn't have a home, and he takes her in and trains her. So, on the rooftop, Oliver and Lois are nearly killed, but Clark catches the bullet. That episode's a 4.5. No, that episode gets 5.0. Oh, wait. Candor's a really good episode. In that episode, the origins between Zod and Jor-El are explained. Zod asks Jor-El after Kandor is destroyed, bring back my son with your technology. Well, Jor-El refuses, so Zod turns against him. And also, Jor-El was in trouble with the elders, but Zod came to his assistance. 5.0 out of 5.0. Alright, on to Disc 3. Disc 3 starts off with one of my personal favorite episodes of Season 9. Episodes 9 to 11. Alright, so, what's happened so far? The origins of Zod and Jor-El have been explained. Clark and Lois have been asked to be on Good Morning Metropolis on a talk show. And Oliver has became the Green Arrow again. Come on, this is ridiculous. Resume playback from that. Alright, where was I before Power DVD crashed on me again? Pandora. Basically, this explains where Lois was for 3 weeks. Tess wants to tap into the memories that Lois has of the future to find out what it's like. So she takes her from the hospital, and Lois keeps seeing these visions of the future. She saw that in the premiere. And it's revealed that Clark lost his powers. And he thought Lois went missing, so he left Metropolis. And he tells her he tried to fight Zod on his own. And you find out the red sun gives Zod strength, but makes Clark lose his powers. So, essentially, Clark sends Lois back to the future, back to the present. That's how the ninja Lois gets there. And Tess finds out about this because she's hooked up to the machine as well. Zod says kneel before Kal-El when Clark goes to the Kandorians to try and make peace with them. Episode 10. Pandora is a perfect episode, no flaws. Disciple. That is a great episode. It starts off with Lois and Clark's split date. Then more of Oliver training Speedy. He meets his old mentor, and the two have a conversation. You find out about the symbol of Ra. Clark tells Zod, "I will destroy you all." That episode's pretty good. 5.0. Absolute Justice. Alright, if you notice this episode is 10 scenes. Well, this is a 2-hour episode, parts 1 and 2. In this episode, you're introduced to the Justice Society of America. Clark finds out about the troubled past. Like Hawkman. Hawkman is introduced in this episode. He is a guy who dies and comes back. he and Green Arrow have a few disagreements, but then that icicle guy kills Dr. Fate. Thinks he killed him, but he didn't. And there's a battle at the end of this episode. Also, Tess Mercer is a part of Checkmate. But there's nothing bad about this episode at all. It's a great episode.
Someone's killing criminals from the past. Why couldn't that court?
And these criminals from the past are getting killed as well.
His car received a handful of parking tickets in the slot, so it's pretty easy.
And a guy with a staff to turn on and off lights appears as well. So, overall, great episode. Next time, in part 3 of this review, I will wrap up my Season 9 review